You can see shit.
What's up, Dace-tacular Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Dace Man Show. I am Chris the Dace Man Dace, back this week, and I got to fix that because I said join as always, Gibby!
Hey, I already did my intro.
Cheever!
I am consistently number 5 and married with 35, and you can suck a dick, Frank!
And live studio audience, Frank Ward! Anyway, we're here in the basement. Usually we kick off every week with a segment with Gibby. I don't know if he's going to have anything. I watched his last video. His last video wasn't Star Wars related.
It's all Star Trek, yeah.
Oh, it was a Captain Marvel thing, the last thing I saw.
He posted Star Trek Discovery's Season 3, Episode 1.
He just released it?
He talked to reviewed it, yeah.
Okay.
He apparently is a Star Trek nerd, and my God, does he hate all Star Trek. All the new ones, at least. It's pretty funny.
Well, I've got some news for us in the world of Star Wars. Apparently a book was recently released.
Book.
God damn it, that's a long text message I sent you guys.
I know, it was.
By Pablo Hidalgo, and the book's called Star Wars Fascinating Facts, Story, Lore, and History from the Greatest Galaxy. So it dropped with some interesting facts to kind of fill in what some of the production notes were and what George Lucas's mindset was during some of the filming. And the first one, I'm really excited because this has been an adamant subject for you, Gibbles.
That's right.
Is that, the prequel, or no, the sequel trilogy has been awful. Well, apparently, Lucas had in his notes in 2012 to kill Luke Skywalker off in Episode 8.
Which makes sense. Well, actually, I'm a little shocked. I would have thought they would have done it in the first one, but yeah. Again, it makes sense to me that he would be killed. It just how it went down is my bigger issue. Because I thought it would have been more of like a Ben.
A bed?
Ben.
Oh, a Ben. Like a Ben Kenobi?
Yeah.
Well, kind of is, and he ultimately teaches Rey a lesson.
I know. Well, I know, but the problem was you didn't see. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but you didn't see him at all in the friggin' first movie. Is the biggest effing issue.
Well, I think the other fun fact is George Lucas had planned that the protagonist that was going to be through the entire trilogy, that's a sequel, was still going to be a girl. He had some questionable names for her.
Yeah,
but
very questionable. Very questionable.
One of them being Winky.
I like it. Wink, wink.
Wink, 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 wink,
Sex, wink, wink.
Yeah, vagina. But apparently he's had very similar ideas as to where they go. Granted, they're probably not to the T. He probably wouldn't have killed Han and all that bullshit.
I think they all would have died at some point, but I think it would have been better deaths.
Han Solo's death was pretty impactful. I cried.
Yeah,
I did.
Well, I guess I have more issues with the fact that he, I guess, became a general. Like, you saw his story arc. He kept making better and better himself, and then in this one, he's right back to being a fucking smuggler again, which makes no fucking sense in the story arc line.
I think you're just more annoyed of you don't know what happened in those 30 years.
Correct. Well, I mean, but why would he...
Why would he go back to being a smuggler?
He went back to be a smuggler. Then you have Luke, who became a fucking introvert. Like, it is ridiculous. Like, they all went backwards, except Leia. She's the only one, I guess, that stayed the same. She was a fucking rebel, and still a fucking rebel.
See, now that's the one I had a problem with.
Like, nothing changed with her.
A rebel in a time of what, quote-unquote, peace? Like, you're just automatically a general again? Come on.
I mean... I could kind of. I mean, if you see the notes in there, or whatever.
The footsteps of her stepfather.
The problem was the Krull thing. Because you don't know what the whole state of the fucking universe is. Because you got to figure at that point, the Senate didn't exist because Palpatine took it over, right?
There was a new Senate though.
And then
was there a new Senate?
Yeah, the Senate exists when the Empire first started.
And then
it gets disbanded in A New Hope.
Yeah. And then you have probably between then and it's
so
probably
last
at least
5 years of the Empire is when you don't have a Senate.
I think it's a little bit longer than that, but yeah, it's
literally the end of A New Hope.
And which he's like he's a teenager, and then in the end of what's called, isn't he like in his 30s?
No, there's not
he's
that
still
much
a teen.
time.
All right, well I thought it was a little bit longer time frame, but whatever, it doesn't matter. But you're going to go into a scenario then where you figure you can't really put the Senate back together because then there's going to be a bunch of infighting. So you would think basically a civil war or a bunch of factions would come into play. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing because you have fucking no idea what happened in between. But you got to figure after that the empire collapses, you got to figure you would have a momentary thing of peace, which is basically the last thing we saw of them. And then you would probably figure a bunch of factions would be starting to prop up to try to take over.
Well, the last leaders was delegated to the governors on each planet.
Mm-hmm.
So the planets were pretty much under planet rule.
They're all under their own things, which makes sense, again, because you're trying to go back to the Senate here. But you don't know...
Well, no, they pushed it back to the planet in A New Hope. Tarkin, the dialogue is, Tarkin says they've disbanded the Senate and given power to the regional governors.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's the Empire.
Yes.
But but once the Empire disappears, then it's like, it's going to be a free-for-all. Like, there's no power structure or no... I mean, it's just basically a big power vacuum. So what happens? Who the fuck knows?
It's the French Revolution.
Yeah, pretty much.
They just keep decapitating heads.
So the problem is we don't know what happened. The title crawl, I think, does such injustice because it does not tell you anything of what it tells you that there's a Senate, but basically watching the movies, I guess that Senate was a bunch of pussies, and it probably was not even half the galaxy, maybe. If that.
America.
You know what I mean? It has to be much smaller than before. It had to have like literally no power.
It's on a different planet.
No ships. Yeah, it literally must have been just like a trade federation thing where it's just they just did commerce, but we don't actually have fucking anything to actually fight and defend ourselves with.
That's why they're the rebels.
And we barely got 2 hours.
Well, no, and then but then no, that's why she's part of the rebels is because she likes the Senate or whatever, but
wouldn't a logical
they're a bunch of pussies and don't have fucking fighting craft, I guess? I have no idea.
I guess.
But then it makes no sense because in 9, a fucking 50,000 ships show the fuck up. Where they all come from, who the fuck knows?
Friends.
It just, none of it makes any fucking sense. That whole movie made no fucking sense. Like, if they had that many freaking ships at 9, why, when they blew up the fucking Senate thing, didn't they all go to the fucking planet that blew up the fucking Senate?
To Starkiller Base?
Yes, exactly.
Fear. Why didn't they stand up when all the Jedi were massacred?
Well, they
were keepers of the peace up till 5 minutes when one guy goes, they're sus.
No one.
That's exactly what happened.
You can watch the Clone Wars, the last one. You can see that most of the people actually didn't like the Jedi because they saw themselves as being above everyone else, which actually makes. I mean, honestly, it does make a lot of sense.
I guess you got a point there. After 10 years of a Clone War, they probably just associated them with the war.
Yeah. So it's to me, it's like I can completely understand. Plus, I mean, well, how the fuck did they just erase every?
Anyway, other interesting facts that came out of that Star Wars book are X-Wings. Apparently, they were first commissioned by the Empire and then were too costly, and they went with TIE fighters that stayed local to the Star Destroyers, which makes sense. That's something people would shortchange if you're an oppressive empire. Why would you need?
But it definitely brings the question how the rebels could afford the more expensive ship.
Stole it. Well, and they were backed by senators.
I understand that, but
Mothma,
they got the more expensive ship, so therefore, in a battle, if you take even numbers, technically the rebels lose.
They should have. They just blew up their big ass space station with all the TIE fighters.
But no, what I'm trying to say is, but if you go even, ship for ship, technically the rebels lose because their shit costs way more.
Oh, for sure.
That's what I'm trying to say. So it's kind of, if you think about war and generally how it happens, is usually the people who are rebelling are doing with sticks and stones. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have all that to actually fight with.
Well, yeah, I would assume that the rebels were essentially guerrilla warfare.
Correct. But this is, like, they have the most expensive equipment. It's kind of a little weird. I mean, I get it, but it is still kind of weird when you think about it and you compare it to real world.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Other notes that came out of that Star Wars book is apparently... in an early version of the script, it was not supposed to be in a galaxy far, far away. Or a long time ago.
That's right.
It was supposed to be in the 33rd century and a period of civil wars in the galaxy.
Our galaxy?
I'm assuming.
That's right.
The other thing that was interesting is Lando Calrissian's backstory that was never really revealed. He was supposed to be a clone of his grandfather, who was so vain that he thought there couldn't be anybody perfect than him, so he made clones of himself.
Damn!
Which is interesting, because if you look at kind of Lando's swag...
Well, now I'm really questioning it. So, did he get it from the, what the hell?
Grandfather?
No, the freaking cloning facilities.
Camino?
Camino, did he get to go to Camino to get it done?
Could have.
I mean, why not?
I mean, they abandoned the idea, but the original draft of Empire Strikes Back has Lando as a clone.
Interesting. So, I wonder if he was the first clone.
He could have been.
He could have been at the time. He probably could have. If
And that's where they figured out how the cloning technology, where he was the first guinea pig or whatever. That's interesting.
They do mention the Clone Wars in A New Hope. Your father served with me in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And then Lando being a clone, I would think they would have had to go back and connect the dots. Or just be like, nah, Boba Fett, Jango Fett.
That's right, baby.
I just thought it was interesting. It kind of makes sense, too, if you based on Lando's personality and his quirkiness. Apparently, Force Awakens, as much flack as it gets for The New Hope and how it's kind of parallel with a lot of shit they did.
Yeah, rehash.
They're apparently going to just have a Death Star in it. They weren't even going to make Star Killer Base. It was just going to be a third Death Star.
All right, thank God they did that. Thank God they went to a Death Star base or whatever. Because if they did another fucking Death Star, I would have been like, I would have just walked out the fuck thing. I'm like, are we fucking really recycling that much?
And apparently,
make it a little tweak to it, please. I can't do another fucking Death Star.
Hey, Snowflake. Apparently, though, that the scene in Rise of Skywalker with the damaged Death Star was JJ's way of sneaking the Death Star in.
Sneaking the Death Star in.
I
thought didn't he want it in the first one?
Yeah, he won it in the first one, so the third one he finally put it in.
Yep.
And last but not least, it is revealed that George Lucas spent an exorbitant amount of time trying to figure out what the hell Anakin's age was going to be. There was time he had him from a young child to a teenager, but ultimately dealt with the age 9.
That was the Phantom Menace, though, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
But ultimately went with 9 years old to ideal the age of how the loss of his mother would impact him. So I'm guessing he feared that he was a little bit older. He'd be like, fuck it. Bye, Mom. And just left. Mama's boys at that point.
Yeah, my whole thing with that was because him and Padme, I think, was casted too old in that. And then it kind of threw off a lot.
It makes sense that she was casted so old if he was sitting there juggling with it till like the last fucking minute.
Yeah.
He probably wrote the character and then went, go with 9. And then they picked Jake Lloyd.
Yeah, but
then he was like 9-year-old or 13-year-old.
Yeah. Which awkwardly makes Darth Vader 45 when he died.
He accomplished so much in such a short
Yes, he did.
man.
Yes, he did.
What have we done with our lives?
That's right.
Well,
Not
to
that.
be fair, we only have like 10 more years left.
Well, we're about the time when he killed the Jedi Order and took everything and consolidated
Let's
the
do
power.
it!
This November, we could actually probably annex South New Jersey.
Yes, I'm down.
I'm just saying.
Uh-oh.
I vote for chaos all the time. Well, not this time. Well, Rocky. Nah, we'll see. Anyway, that's all I got for the Star Wars news, which is the quickest we've gone through Star Wars.
Star Wars!
Other notes that I had. How many of you guys are a serial killer named Dexter's fan?
Oh, no. I thought you said serial killer. I thought you said, oh, you're going to end with.
So neither of you guys watch Dexter?
No, I actually
No,
did not.
Ashley did. Ashley watched everything.
Oh, well, not Ashley's here to answer questions.
That's right.
The audience, go ahead, tag in. If you tag in this guy, your name's already there.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! I said get out!
Back.
Hi!
So you excited for Dexter Season 9 coming to Showtime in 2021?
Kinda. Only I don't know why I volunteered because I haven't seen the show in like whenever 10 years,
It's more
and I quit
sooner than these
like
guys.
season 4 after the John Lithgow.
Which is interesting.
go
So you liked it up to Season 4?
See.
So that showrunner is who's coming back and doing Season 9 because he left after Season 4.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Once Tyler said like that's what happened, I'm like, oh, that makes sense because season 5 went to shit and I stopped watching.
Yep.
So good to know I was justified.
They did make a comment when he was quoted like, "Oh, you're gonna scrap everything that fucking happened in Season 8 and just make your own finale," and he went, "No, but we're not really gonna revisit it." So it's a continuation, but at the same time not erasing that.
But you should still at least watch up to season 7.
Probably. It depends. Like, because I don't want to. Do you want me to spoil it for him?
Sure.
Sure, because I probably still.
He ends up in like the mountains as a lumberjack, working for like
fuck?
a wood company, and just hiding.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Like See, that's what got old about, like, in season 5 already. It's like, oh, is he going to get caught? Is he not?
Mhm.
Is he? Is he? Is he not? And it's like, this is old already.
He pretty much
Like, just
did get
fucking
caught
catch him.
in
Yeah.
Miami, and then drove into the storm, and then ended up in like Minnesota or something like that.
Okay.
But that's where they left him. So if they start there, they're immediately picking up. If not, they failed. They're trying to block him out.
Well, no, I'm trying to actually just get in the shot. Like, when Gibby's standing here,
that's
is it
true.
just his gut that's in the shot? Like, it's just...
That's all you need to see.
That's fair.
It's probably because
The table also feels a
Or
little
is it
pushed
just the
back.
camera cut
it's
on
probably
this?
the camera cut. Because you guys said that we were too close to each other last week with the mics being here, so I moved them out.
Right. No,
No
it
happy
probably-
medium.
It probably looks fine.
I can see what can happen.
Now, are they bringing, like, everybody back? That I don't know if anybody died or anything, but, like, is the cop guy that's really cool that I forget his name, is he coming back?
Surprise, motherfucker!
No, not that guy.
Okay, no, he's
Aw.
because he's dead. The
Yeah, the Mexican, I really can't, like, his name's on the tip of my tongue.
Wasn't he in
I
a
wanna call him Lawrence.
coma?
It's not Lawrence.
No, I know who you're talking about. He ended up being Fuentes. No, I don't know what the fuck his name is. He ended up. I want to say he was in like a. No, Deb ended up in a coma. He
Lady
was
Margaret.
fine. I think he ended up running the department by the end of it. So
But
maybe
still, are they... Oh, they didn't really... They just know, like... Or maybe Dexter's just going on a new rampage in, like, Arizona.
could be,
Oh, okay.
I would not be surprised.
or
He's moving to Iowa.
it could be.
There's no oceans.
No. So it'd be interesting. Like, oh, maybe he just got the itch while he was being a lumberjack, and
Well, that
Started
would,
up
That
there.
would make sense, because, like, he's always had the itch. Like, it doesn't go away. He just tries to fight it. But sooner or later, you assume that killing sheep only gets so old.
yeah, and he had like a new girlfriend who gave him God, I haven't watched this in 2 years, maybe. Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago, and I binged through it because it was on Netflix. And like you said, it tapered off after John Lithgow. Like I can't remember what happened after him, because
When you saying John Lithgow, is he the director?
no, he was an
No,
actor,
he's an actor.
but was only in like one season.
Did you ever see Third
Did
Rock
he
from
play
this?
Dexter?
No, he was like
That's
the,
Michael C. Hall.
He was like the bad guy, or kind
Yeah.
of. I mean, technically yes, but in a way no. But have you seen Third Rock from the Sun?
Yes.
The dad.
Shrek, Lord Farquaad.
Oh,
That's John Lithgow.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Shrek's and the guy who sends Shrek on the mission, the voice actor for that. Okay, god damn.
I figured he was lost. Yeah.
Yeah, if you saw his face, I feel like you'd know him.
If you haven't seen Third Rock,
He's a comedian.
I don't know what else to do with your life. Yeah.
Yeah. I know
He's
exactly
gonna
what
know
I'm-
him from some stupid, obscure movie. And everybody like, oh, that's what you associate him with.
Time Bandits?
No, it's not.
Was he in Ghost Rider?
What
Exactly.
Nicolas Cage movie was he in? That's what we got to find out. It's like 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, 7 Degrees of Nicolas Cage for this guy.
Yes, absolutely. You're gonna look him up.
Yeah, I'm gonna look him up. What's his name?
John.
Lithgow. How do you spell that?
This is gonna be the interesting part because he's not L.I. Oh, you're not even there.
I figured you were spelling John for him.
Lithgow.
Let's go.
But yeah. But I mean, now I probably... Is it still on Netflix?
It should be, which probably means it's coming off Netflix soon.
Stargate.
So, binge up. Get ready, even though it probably still won't come till, like, what, 2023?
It said 2021.
Really?
A lot of these guys are just like anything they can quickly make and do in that like Mandalorian type studio. They're fucking pushing forward with.
Alright, I mean, I'm all for it. Cool, get some new anything out, even though I don't really watch much.
It's true. Well,
But
speaking
still,
of
do
new
it.
content, which is kind of weird and kind of fell in under the radar. I don't know if you want to stick around for this or not.
I was waiting to see where you keyed into before I left.
Hellstrom, Marvel's new comic book series, hit Hulu on Friday.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, Frank.
Hi, Frank.
Do what I can.
It's not like he's gonna know much about this either.
Yeah, eye is all way over my head on
Well,
that.
Hellstrom kind of falls into the realm of Ghost Rider, so I figure like it would pique his interest a little bit. because
Flaming
it-
Skulls.
Yeah, it deals with
He
the
was in
supernatural.
Pitch Perfect 3.
That's what. Oh my.
I remember now. Yeah, he's the dad. It's a
Oh
fat
my
Amy.
god.
It's a fat Amy.
Not even the good Pitch Perfect.
Sorry.
Anyway, Hellstrom came to Hulu, dropped on Friday. I'm only at episode 8, but I'm surprisingly interested in this show. Have you ever watched Constantine for DC?
Yes.
It's them. It's a brother and sister duo whose dad is the devil, and the mom just kind of got fooled by the devil and then had these two babies. But since the Marvel Universe has like 12 fucking different devils, it's a version of the devil, and they call him a demon, and they mock religion the entire time to kind of let you know that it's not part of a singular religion,
Cool.
even though the church is involved.
Woohoo!
And then they got a black guy they call Taker, which I think is pretty cool.
Is he the Undertaker?
He's Caretaker. But
Oh.
I like it that they call him Taker. Like, yeah. And
There
then
it is.
to signify that he was in a flashback, they gave him a beard. I'm like, that's amazing. You didn't even try. Just glued a beard on this fucking guy and said, yep, you're younger.
You're younger.
But so far, it's interesting. It's their first dive into, like, I guess the horror genre, if you will. We've seen Ghost Rider, but that wasn't produced by Marvel Studios. And the closest they got was the Robbie Reyes character on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is interesting because I feel like if they get past one... So here's my concern with this show. And I know I'm ranting and raving since neither of you have seen it, and I have my
questions.
You might watch it. You should, especially the draw in Ghost Rider. But
It's gonna be filmed by Nicolas Cage.
you never know.
That's
Let
right.
Jamie Foxx do Electro.
I like it.
But the crazy thing is because it was not well promoted, not really kind of told that it was going to drop, is on Hulu and technically is the last project of Jeff Loeb as the producer of Marvel TV before they consolidated under Kevin Feige.
So, is it gonna go on to Disney Plus?
No,
Why not?
it's rated R.
Oh.
A lot of murder, a lot of blood.
So is that how they're gonna separate it? Anything R is gonna be on
Hulu.
Hulu,
Yeah.
probably.
So, like, there was supposed to be a Hulu
Damn.
group of TV shows that Jeff Loeb was producing, which was going to be Hellstrom, and then it was going to be Ghost Rider, following Robbie Reyes, not the Nick Cage character.
I was gonna say it's the one from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep, and then there was another one. They're pretty much exploring the supernatural end of Marvel, but not putting it on Disney Plus.
Yep.
So I'm concerned because this is a Jeff Loeb project. The other ones got canceled, like before they even got launched.
So you think they'll actually tie this in, or you think it's gonna
No,
be like
this
all
is
the
not
other
gonna be-
show that they have that just
I feel
never
like
get
it's gonna
tied
be a
in?
one-off, and
one-off.
they're not going to do it again.
Rats.
Especially since they're like really pushing, like, oh, this is our Disney Plus content, and then they're like, oh, Hellstrom's over there if you go look for it, really
Is it-
fucking hard.
Is it just you think it's gonna be one season and done?
Yeah.
I think so, which sucks because it's actually pretty fucking good.
That's what happens to most good shows.
Yeah, and they're an
Unfortunately.
interesting duo. They have supernatural powers because
Like
they're
a-
half devil, half human.
Like I like the Punisher, and it upsetting
Yeah.
that they like. I really wish they could continue that, but them assholes.
On Netflix and Disney.
Well, I think Kevin
I
Feige
know.
is very fond of John Barenthal as the Punisher,
Mm-hmm.
and he really likes Charlie Cox as Daredevil. They could reappear.
I never really got into-
Luke Cage was the strongest of all of them.
I never got into the Daredevil one. I watched a couple episodes. I just never got into
It's
it for some
hard.
reason. Yeah.
If there's one saving grace of the pandemic,
I didn't mind the girl though.
Jessica Jones.
Yes, I didn't
That
mind
was
her.
great.
The one saving grace of this pandemic, though, because there's been a delay on everything, their rights are going to free up. They had to
True.
wait 2 years after the last air date.
Mhm.
Daredevil's been almost, it's after 2 years now.
Yep.
And then Jessica Jones would be November. That'll be done.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting to the point where they're going to free up these characters.
IPs, yeah.
Which the rumor on the street is, and the hope is, Daredevil's going to show up in Spider-Man 3. Because they
That
revealed
would-
his identity, and then in the comics,
Okay,
Daredevil is his lawyer.
that makes sense, I guess.
And then actually dons the Spider-Man outfit to place Peter Parker somewhere else as Spider-Man's doing something.
Interesting.
And the Punisher is hired to take out Spider-Man. So
Damn.
they drag him in too.
That would be a great movie.
Oh,
Hands
phenomenal.
down.
But it's weird now that they're throwing in this potential Spider-Verse.
They said no.
They said no?
They said no.
Oh.
They shot that down. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk to you about the other day. It's like there was something I wanted to talk to you
right.
Important.
yeah.
Kind of
They
important.
shot that down. Disney shot that down.
Good.
That would actually be kind of interesting because then you could even bring all the characters in at that point.
Defenders?
Yeah, all the defenders in at that point. Yeah,
I think the last character
And then
that would be
that
under
could-
the deal
that
is
could-
the Punisher.
that could literally then bring all them in, and then they could be part of your new.
Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. And everybody loves this. And then, like, Kingpin is actually a
It's
Spider-Man
never gonna
villain,
happen
too.
though.
No, well,
They're going woke, man.
Well, no, the
They're
issue I think
changing
is-
everyone to female. They're
There's
gonna have
also
a
the
female
issue-
female fucking Cap. They're gonna
happens
be
in the
female.
comic.
I
It's a
understand.
female Cap.
It's bullshit.
It's a black Cap. And secondly, if you watch the premise for the show, America went out and got a white Cap anyway. Like, that's the whole plot line. They've got God, what the hell's his name? They got another guy playing Captain America.
Yeah.
So they didn't basically the U.S. government doesn't acknowledge that Steve Rogers handed the shield off to Falcon. And went down and said, "Nope, this is the new Captain America."
I always thought that he was supposed to hand it off to
Bucky. He does.
the guy with the arm.
Yep. In the comic, Bucky gets it first.
Okay.
That's what it was. Sony, in a press release, has said that those rumored castings are not confirmed.
But not denied.
Exactly.
So we're gonna keep it going.
I'm still saying it's a no.
I'm hoping it's a no. I feel like there's more things you can do besides that. It being
All right.
if they showed up in Doctor Strange.
I have a question.
That's probably. I mean, that's could be a better option.
Absolutely.
Into the Spider-Verse, the comic one.
The cartoon.
Yeah, the movie, comic, whatever you want to call it. Was that done by Marvel or is that Sony?
That was Sony.
That was Sony. Okay, so that's not okay. That's all I wanted to know.
It's interesting because I know Sony has the live action rights. I did not think they had cartoon rights.
Well,
Cartoon
I don't
rights
know
have
if-
always lied on Disney.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. It might just be because it was a movie.
I guess, and it's technically
You know,
3D animation.
Well, I would almost say because to me just because it's a movie, it's different than doing a series.
Okay, makes sense.
If
Because
that
all the
makes-
cartoons are TV
It's a
series.
different because it's not going to be run by it's different like production style. Blah 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 blah. I'm sure legally they can do it that way. Is what I'm trying to say.
Well, it should be interesting.
Smart
Hellstrom is
by them.
definitely worth a watch. It'll be a damn shame if they don't continue it. I understand why they don't, because for whatever reason there's a beef between Marvel TV and Marvel Film at the time.
I don't know. We'll
There
see.
was. Like, you think about it, I think all the Netflix stuff was really well done.
Yes.
As well,
all right,
Agent
look.
Shields got a little out there,
Yeah,
but also
it
well
did.
done.
Yeah.
Up until the Inhuman bullshit.
It got a little weird at some points. It would go back and forth, but
Well,
yeah.
the way I saw it is basically by year 3 or 4 after they did the Inhuman stuff, and they said, "Well, you're not associated with the MCU." They just did whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah, it got really
Yeah,
fucking
it got
crazy.
off the rails. They
Yeah.
weren't trying to stay
Yeah.
on the rails anymore.
Like when it was actually tying in with the movies, it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, first couple seasons, and then all
Yeah.
of a sudden Kevin Feige was like, "No."
Yeah, and then it just went completely off the rails.
On the Marvel train.
Sure.
I saw something. I wish I remembered it sooner. It goes back into the ending of Endgame.
Okay.
It was Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
He's not in the game.
Well,
Like after credit scenes, right?
no, not even that.
That
So,
was Ultron.
My bad.
so previously to the second Avengers, Age of Ultron, it was hinted that they were in some faraway country, being
Sokovia.
Sokovia. They were being.
They were miracles.
They were miracles. I thought they were being tested by the Tesseract.
It was by Loki's staff, where they were getting
Okay.
the power from.
Which is the Tesseract,
No.
isn't that?
That's
I thought that was the stone.
Tesseract is the box.
Is the box. So the scepter is the Mind Stone.
Mind Stone. And the weird thing is, Scarlet Witch's stuff kind of goes with the ether.
Yeah. So, but my point is, so if Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are from the Loki's scepter after Avengers, when Loki disappears,
But he took the Tesseract.
he took. Did he take his cane?
No.
Okay.
I believe, what's it? Robert Redford's character? I can't think of his name. He had the staff in his hand. Tony had the Tesseract.
Okay.
And then the Tesseract fell, and Loki picked that up and then stepped back.
And
So right now, Loki has the Space Stone. That's it.
okay.
He could, in theory, go back and try to get all the other stones.
Yes. So the point that I was trying to make is, technically, wouldn't that whole timeline also be messed up right now?
It depends, because the Tesseract wasn't really in play after that point.
True, but
Tesseract
even
went back
Loki's
to-
staff going that direction, would that still have happened?
The staff probably stayed with S.H.I.E.L.D. No. Where did the staff end up? No, the staff ended up, Cap would have had to give it back to Crossbones. Because that's where he took it. 'Cause Sitwell and Crossbones had the staff. Cap took that and then met up with the people.
Yeah.
Tony was supposed to take the Tesseract. That's out of play.
So Tony goes back further in time.
70s, and that's when they grab it. But in theory, the Loki taking the Tesseract didn't come in. He just sat in Odin's chest until Ragnarok. when Loki stole it again.
Okay.
So in theory, I mean that's I don't know if they planned that out, but it doesn't fuck up any continuity in a way if it just sat in Odin's chest the whole time.
It's just
It's
something
a
to
theory,
think about.
But
Yeah.
he has the space stone, so in theory he could have went back and got the fucking staff.
Am I the only one here that doesn't give two flying fucks about all that?
I kind of like to poke holes in it, so this way I can watch fanboys rage.
We went a whole calendar year without Marvel.
I can see that. It's getting pretty bad here,
All we
guys.
have is speculation.
Yeah, I
Get
don't
your
know.
Mandalorian in a week.
I know. I can't wait. Even though it's probably
You're
going to
gonna
be...
jack off to the loading screen, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Need it. Ba-da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da. I have other stories. We really went off on more of a Marvel tangent today than we did Star Wars.
That's
Which I'm
right.
happy with.
Yeah.
Well, I can talk Marvel.
Yeah.
The key thing is go watch Hellstrom. It's worth it.
No.
There's nothing else on.
Yes.
What are you gonna watch?
I started watching The Boys.
Ooh, season 2.
Late to the game.
Season 1. Thank you.
Okay.
That is a show for you. if there's a Homelander up here,
It's gonna be
it's
Gibby.
gonna be you.
I don't know what that means, but I'll take it.
How far are you into the boys?
3 episodes in. So they
And you don't
just...
know who Homelander is.
I do. He's Superman.
Okay.
But they just blew up the
Dick.
Invisible guy.
Yes. Oh, that was a great.
That's about
Yeah.
as far as I got.
Yeah. So you really haven't interacted with Homelander yet, have you?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's a good show, and I look forward to you finishing it, and then we can talk about it. I mean, you'll forget everything after
Yeah.
you get done watching. But
He's gonna go. This guy and that guy did that thing. I'm gonna go. What are you talking about?
I'm
Gibby?"
gonna just start associating with like Aquaman.
That's what I do.
Superman.
Yeah.
It's like it's clearly ripping off.
No
certain
Wonder
people.
Woman, Aquaman,
Yeah.
Superman.
Clearly
Starlight.
ripping off.
Starlight is
that one I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, something to do with light. Green Lantern. Black Noir's the black guy.
Black Noir has tendencies of Batman, but also
I-
at the same time
He looked
just
like
a
it looked like
robot.
Black Panther to me.
Well, most of them are DC.
I mean, just looking wise. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I haven't actually seen him do anything yet, other than he drank from a fucking straw. I don't know how the fuck that works.
Well, the 7 are more of a DC spoof.
Yes.
Yeah.
They haven't really introduced too many Marvel spoofs yet, even though they're out there.
Yeah.
The casting announcement for Soldier Boy.
Yeah, that's
He's
Captain America.
He's Captain America. They got the guy from Supernatural. He's going to be playing Soldier
Jason
Boy in
Ackles.
season
Which
3.
one?
Jason Ackles,
Which one?
Not long hair.
Not the blonde. Okay.
not Dean. The other one. Yeah, no, Dean.
I don't
Dean,
watch the
Dean
show.
is so you're talking Dean. Mhm.
Dean. Yeah.
You watch Supernatural?
I actually watched it like 3 times, so I unfortunately got some of it. Well, I can't tell you anything about
I
it.
raged at the end of
Yeah.
season 14 or season 13 because
That's
that
the problem.
fucking bullshit.
And she watched it
That
multiple
fucking
times.
bullshit.
I'm like, how the fuck can you do it? Like I am like it's so many fucking seasons.
It's brain-numbingly. Like the first few seasons are great.
Do they still do 23 episodes? Do you want me to? I'll step off. He's actually seen it. He's actually seen it.
Just watch seasons 1 through 5 and then stop there. That's when it should have ended. That's when it was supposed to end, and they just kept fucking milking that money cow.
CW.
Stop. Yes. Stop there. 1 through 5 and go. Oh, this would be a good ending. Stop, and then leave it there. It's a great show. After that, it's like, are these two brothers lovers, fighters? What the fuck's going on? Stop.
And then watch the Scooby-Doo episode.
Is Jeffrey
Yes.
Dean
Watch all-
Morgan in the first 5?
Yes.
Yes.
Then
He
I'm in.
actually doesn't die.
He's
off
the
until
dad.
Season, yeah, he doesn't die off till like season 2. Spoilers.
Oh,
But at this point, if you didn't,
I will probably stop at season 2.
But he
yeah,
comes
and then watch-
back. Like that's the weird part. He comes
and-
back. Don't
and
worry.
then otherwise, watch every Ghost
Ghostfacers! Ghostfacers!
Watch every Ghostfacers episode of anything with
Loki.
Loki. Thank you for.
Well,
research
sorry,
on that,
sorry,
'cause
Gabriel.
Gabriel Loki, whatever he was.
I
supposed to be
call
or
him I
actually-
call him Loki. My friend bitches at me for calling him Loki all the time, but it's Loki.
Well, that and yeah. Anyway, just those are all you got to worry about. You'll love the show; it's good. Otherwise, don't bother with it.
What's it on?
Netflix.
Okay. That's probably another one's going to end up on HBO Max soon.
Have a good day. Oh, Jared put like that Lecky.
Maybe I don't like it.
Okay, that's fair.
Just saying.
Well,
Mainly
we'll
'cause
move
she
on to
watched it.
something that'll light him up and get him all excited. Well, it probably won't get him excited. Jizzard
Oh, is this StarCraft 2?
has announced that StarCraft 2 will no longer be putting out new content. They'll be still supporting the old content, but but your war chests and all that bullshit they give out is in-purchase content or in-game purchase content.
Yeah, I'm actually that doesn't surprise. Oh my god, does not surprise me.
Yeah.
So they did their big release, which is way early for the 10-year anniversary, and pretty much everyone speculated at that point it was probably going to be over.
Yeah. Also,
But they're still going to be updating it. The game's still going to constantly be refreshed because they're still at least going to do balance patches.
Yeah.
Which I was actually shocked that they said that they were still going to do that.
There's a Korea market.
Yeah.
It's not really Korean. I mean, the esports scene is still there. So I don't know. Fucking.
I don't know
it's-
why.
I don't know how, but it's still there.
It used to
and
be really
it's-
big about five,
It's
6 years ago.
well, it's not. It's mostly out of the United
US
States.
now, yeah.
EU's got a pretty big presence. China's got a really big presence.
That's all they do is
Korea
play the computer.
doesn't fucking count because they can do their own thing because I don't get why they love that game so much, but they do. Fuck, they still have they still play freaking the original.
Yeah. Well, what surprised me was when they made that announcement, they said that they're going to push their focus more on Overwatch 2.
Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Overwatch 2 thing I was confused with because I didn't realize they were coming out with a second one.
Yeah, they
seems
announced it about last year.
It sounds very stupid to me that they would come out with a second one because
It's Team Fortress
Isn't it-
2.
Isn't it a battle royale like Apex? I haven't played
No.
it. I own it.
it's like it's Hat Fortress, Team Fortress 2, Hat Fortress.
Yeah.
It's
it's 5v5 for a control point.
yeah, it's like Battleborn.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
that's right.
not.
They both came out at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for Battleborn.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I don't know how you come out with a second one's my only problem.
It's so they can push more updates out and change the entire game without pissing off the fan base.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems odd to me. But whatever, they could do that. And then
I'm not buying
the
it.
Diablo 4 thing, I mean, that doesn't. I mean, they already had a whole team on there, so it's like you're not. I don't understand how you're going to drop an RTS person onto it. I was really hoping, which they might not. They maybe just aren't saying is that they're going to bring out like a Warcraft 4.
Warcraft 4, or do you think they would
Yeah.
make another StarCraft? Do you think they'll probably be in the early stages of that? If they drop
So-
what they just did, and then start the early pre-production phase, do you think that would be possible?
So here's the problem here, and I don't know, because you bring up a good point. Because if you bring out a Warcraft 1, which I was shocked that they actually remastered Warcraft 3, and what's called, but I guess because it's so late, because they don't like to put out two of the RTSs right next to each other, because then they fight with each other. So now it's far enough away. But they also don't really want to release another Warcraft, probably because they have World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, I'm not sure if they think that they're gonna
World of
Eat-
StarCraft.
eat their that has been rumored for fucking ever that they're gonna they want to push, because even if you read into the what's called, they said inside their the post or whatever, it wasn't even a post, it was a video thing, it was like a YouTube, it was not YouTube, they did it on their website, but it was
Company-wide video.
Just tube.
yeah well eventually got posted to YouTube, and I guess they
But it
probably
was a just tube exclusive.
yeah
In your face.
I do like that in my face.
but they said they still want to keep working on the
Franchise.
yeah, it wasn't really. This is the franchise, yeah, but the world. So once
The
they said
universe?
the universe, the universe or whatever. So that's immediately put everyone into the
Franchise.
Are they actually going to go with a MOBA for it?
well, wasn't that the
Maybe on the
MOBA?
Switch.
I would fucking love it. It makes sense to me because you kind of World of Warcraft, unfortunately, is basically
Dead.
it's not dead, but I mean it's really
It's
running.
close.
It's running on I mean,
Should be dead.
yeah. They need to either they need
You
to
played it last year for 2 months.
I subscribed for 2 months. I played it once.
Yeah. So you either need to redo World of Warcraft with World of Warcraft 2, or you need to go into a different genre. Me personally, I would have much rather have had a Diablo,
A
World of Diablo, because I think that would have been
You will love Skyrim.
a much well, but I think that would have been a much
Alan, thank you for subscribing with Prime.
See, we changed the GIF. Did you see it? You probably missed it.
I did miss
The
it.
GIF's different. Song's still the same.
Hey.
I wonder if I could play it back.
no. But anyway,
I think I can.
I think that would have been a better
Well, let me pitch this idea to
game
you.
to go in with.
Let me pitch this idea to you. So you know how every Pokemon diehard fan is like, we should have a Pokemon game with all the continents all into one game. What if they did the same thing for the entire franchise of Diablo and Blizzard and all that fun stuff?
I don't understand.
So you have a World of Warcraft, you have a Diablo, you have like this huge open world game, just all taking place within the same universe.
Same universe? I mean...
Jim Raynor crashes through a wormhole that puts him in
yeah,
the world of
I was
Warcraft.
going to say, I mean, you got... Yeah,
Diablo tears through the fabric of time and space, and then you have to fight
honestly,
these tree elves.
that's basically what Heroes of the Storm was.
Which I love.
Was what they were trying to do, basically, is trying to capitalize on all their IP, but...
Well, it was this magic time wizard taking people out of
taking
time
people...
and space.
Yeah.
Which, how do you get Diablo out of the fucking infernos of hell to go into this map?
don't know.
I don't get it.
I'll take it, though. It was a fun game, unfortunately. They kind of gave up on that game a little too early, I feel like.
Well, they were competing with LOL. They saw the
Yeah.
popularity with LOL, and then they just went,
Well,
we got to
no.
push something out.
It
They
was not
pushed
the pop-
something
no.
out, and they
No.
didn't even
No.
bother promoting
No.
it.
They were fucking butthurt that they started that genre on their system and didn't get any of the money. Let's
Well,
be
yeah.
realistic here. Why that game was created? They're like, we started that genre and we should be getting that money. The only fucking reason they went into they should have never in a million years went into that genre. Never in a million years.
Unless they went first. Unless they would have went
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, if they went first, yes.
Because
But
that-
after the fact, fuck no, dude. No.
Because that was just Warcraft chest, right?
What?
MOBAs, the LOL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
MOBA started from Warcraft.
Yeah,
Warcraft
Warcraft
3. Warcraft 3. I don't know if it's 3, Reign of Chaos, or Frozen Throne, but it came from Warcraft from their UMS settings, which you probably have no idea about. Well, it's the
User
same.
map
Yeah, it's the same thing as StarCraft's.
yeah.
But you had way better.
Freedom.
Freedom is like you can make way better triggers. It was. Honest to God, the freedom they gave you in that game, that's why when they remastered it, they took away all that freedom. Because they realized they gave you too fucking much. But yeah, you could fucking make anything in that. It was fucking ridiculous.
Could I make Mario 64 in that?
You could do that in fucking StarCraft. The StarCraft one, I'm surprised that hasn't been an issue. You can make fucking FPSs in the fucking StarCraft, what's it called? It's fucking insanity. It is literally fucking insanity what you can create in
Dace
there.
Man project.
Yeah.
I got PlayStation 4 Dreams. Apparently, you can rebuild an entire fucking game in that.
Yeah. But
I
it was...
bought it. I don't know what it does.
Woohoo! But yeah, it was fucking nuts. I actually played a couple of them in first person. Like, you were Jim Raynor going around shooting things. It was fucking amazing. It lagged my computer up a lot. You need really good processing power. But yeah, it was insanity. And it was all 3D because the world,
Yeah.
the engine's 3D. So it was fucking mind blowing. Like what you can actually do in their stuff. But they took that shit away immediately, and we didn't take it away. But when you downloaded the game, you had to agree that anything you make inside the UC map settings
Is theirs.
is Blizzard's property. That was like one of the biggest uproars about the about the remaster or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I was dying laughing. I'm like, assholes. I love it, but I get it. I mean, everyone got it, and everyone knew exactly what they were trying to prevent again. But they were all like, really? So.
Well, moving on to other assholes. Call of Duty dropped an update today in the Warzone Battle Royale.
Warzone.
The Haunting of Verdansk? Whatever.
Yes.
Brought in a bunch of horror icons into the game as skins. He plays Jigsaw, Leatherface. Those are the two that I saw.
Yay!
I think Michael Myers
I
was
was
in
gonna say, you
it.
can probably get all of them. Freddy. You can probably get all of them.
But also, I heard it's like 200 gigabytes to download. So if that's the only thing you want to
Cool.
play for the month of October, there it is.
It's more than that.
It's more than 200.
It's 250.
I think it's just for the base game.
It will
I think
max
it's-
out a hard drive.
I think it's for the base game, and then if you want any of the extra shit, you're fucked.
8 terabyte.
Yeah, because I
all of us
can
afford.
I
Oh,
really
300.
300. Yeah, and like I said, I want to play it, but my problem is I have to get an external because Apex takes up a shit ton of room too.
8 terabyte.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the game-a-thon this year, man. There ain't a fucking game on that shelf that isn't loaded onto that thing. That's a lie.
He's gonna have a fun time
Don't
because
fight it, Frank.
because he's now gonna have to
FIFA
update.
2012.
He's gonna have to update all of those games just prior.
Squadrons isn't on there yet.
I was just looking for anything wrapped.
Yeah, Star Wars Squadrons is still wrapped. So yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, the updates are crazy. It updates
Yeah.
overnight. If I don't have that automatic update thing going on, I
Yeah.
would be here. Dude, the power goes out. It's a 30-minute process to start with the PS4
Yep.
because it has to redo the external hard drive each time to repair it.
That's right.
Pain in
Which
the
I
fucking
don't
balls.
understand what it's fucking repairing, but yes.
It's a pain in the fucking balls.
This is why I came on my PC.
That's right.
I'm about to buy a backup battery for it, so if it fucking goes down, it doesn't fucking disconnect the hard drive.
That's right.
Other news for gaming. I don't know if any of you guys are getting Cyberpunk 2077.
Nope.
No
But
interest.
if you were interested, okay, that hurts. $10 off the pre-order today.
Today only.
Pass.
It's not today only. I think it's been for a couple days, but it's $49.99.
So there's why
Cool.
why
Why?
would they do that to themselves?
Hey, Snowflake.
Because no one wants it.
I don't know if I pre-ordered it.
That sounds about right.
They don't call anymore. It's awkward. I don't want to go in there because there's things I need to pre-order, and I don't want to pre-order things because they're having a new Hyrule Warriors that I want to get.
Oh yeah, Age of Calamity.
Oh yeah, I loved the first one. That's like one of the only Zelda games I've beaten.
Damn.
I beat the ones that aren't Zelda canon. But
Damn.
it's $10 off. I might have it reserved. I'm not 100% sure.
That sounds about right.
Unreserve and then re-reserve it to get the
I
$10.
should be like, dude, what the fuck?
That's right. I want the cheaper price.
Yeah.
But my issue with Cyberpunk 2077 is it's not going to live to the hype.
Probably not.
I don't know what it is.
It's Skyrim but Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Apparently, originally I thought he was only supposed to have like one scene in the entire thing.
Well, that is a hell of a fucking marketing campaign.
Yep.
Because that is the only thing I've taken away from the commercial.
I
is
like it.
that Keanu's in it.
I believe after that E3 they went, oh shit,
Yeah, probably.
and they started adding more on.
Just imagine if they put Nick Cage in that trailer. This motherfucker would have bought that game regardless
Sold!
of the gameplay. They give me like, hey,
Hi,
here's a 5-cent
Snowflake.
turd, all locked behind loot crates, and he would have bought it because Nick Cage's face was on it.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also going to be very heavily politically involved.
I'm not sure.
Given the theme,
This game,
Cyberpunk is a very liberal type of setting.
have they not
in
been
that
talking
genre?
about this game for like 5 to 6 years?
They have.
I feel like when we first started moving more towards gaming as a podcast, they were first talking about this.
That's right.
Like, I remember seeing shit at some of the conventions we went to. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And, like, all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's coming out this year. It's like, didn't you talk about that? 6 years ago?
that? Yeah.
The fuck?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what cyberpunk is.
You haven't
Do
seen
you know
any
what punk
commercials?
is? Do you know what punk is? Like
Punk
the
rock?
genre. Yeah, the punk attitude. Yeah. It's that plus Deus Ex.
Deus Ex, I don't know what the fuck
Deus
that
Ex
is.
Machinima? You've never played Deus Ex.
If it's not a first-person shooter or
It is a
Gizzard,
first-person shooter. How have you not
well,
played
then-
Deus Ex?
Never heard of it.
retarded.
I'm going to strangle you.
It's not a
Damn.
war-based game or Gizzard.
I
It's
saw
Damn.
something we've made him buy.
That's right. That's right.
It's true. We have to force he would never have found Among Us or
No, I
Minecraft
knew about it
before.
for a long time,
Yeah,
and I knew
and you didn't
Minecraft
get
for a
on
long
it.
time. Fuck no. Hell
See?
no.
We had
Absolutely
to
not.
force him on these fucking games,
That's right.
and he'll never play anything with a story because
he
I
can't
can't.
follow along.
I
doesn't
bought
retain.
I bought the Star Wars one.
I got pissed that
I
it was
got
a story.
maybe 10 minutes in, and then I haven't touched it
So
since.
did I, but you know me in games. I just don't finish them.
It's just sitting there
Avengers
collected
is still on the
dust.
shelf. I still got to finish that gameplay. I wish my quarantine was actually not work. I wasn't working because then I might have played it. No, I would have slept. Yeah. So you got to get that Switch
For what?
before the Gameathon. That's what Aaron said.
She already has a Switch.
Oh, well, you need to steal that Switch.
Okay, and what am I going to steal it for?
I don't know.
Mario
ask Aaron.
35. Mario 35.
Well, I want to buy Brawl for it because I got to beat fucking the reigning champion.
Okay, are you gonna buy the DLC? Because Steve from Minecraft's in it now.
Yes.
Apparently he's OP as shit, too.
Well, that'll get nerfed by the time we get to the Gameathon.
That's right.
I need to still get that second season of DLC. I was pissed at the first one because it was the ARMS character.
Yeah.
But everybody needs fucking Steve. You can be a creeper too.
Creep. Oh, can I blow up and just kill myself?
I don't know. I have to get it.
Yeah.
I just-
Needed.
I want to try out the Steve character. The last bit of story that I have for tonight, and you're not going to care. You might care a little bit. Michael B. Jordan, who played Warmonger in Black Panther, is now going to be a producer on DC's Static Shock comic book movie.
Static Shock.
I just remember Static Shock from the WB cartoon when we were kids.
Yes. And
So-
he's
so they-
canon a
so-
part of the DC, whatever it is, Justice League.
Yeah.
He's canonically a part of the Justice League.
So they have how many Shock people they have? Because they have
That's Marvel.
Black Lightning.
That's true. Oh my god.
What? That's not a bad show.
No, I know. You two went on about it when I was trying to talk about something else like a year ago.
I'm sorry.
You just bring it up and he goes, Black Light, oh my god!
I'm just saying. How many of these things do they have? Jesus, they're all electric. Is he? All right. What race is he?
Black.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Black.
Is that
Black.
just as a requirement for DC?
Diversity hires are important among the
Well-
Justice League.
Shazam does lightning too, right? He's white.
When I watched that movie,
He'll
that's no
Shazam and
lightning.
a lightning bolt comes down and changes
Oh,
him.
don't get me started
God
on
forbid.
Shazam. Don't get me started on Shazam. They didn't even film in fucking Philly.
Really?
It was all in fucking Toronto.
Well, yeah.
All the outside scenes, I was like, that's green screened. That's green screened. That's Toronto.
How did they not?
That's not the subway.
Why did nobody
That's
get
not the
stabbed?
subway.
Yeah. Why no one gets stabbed? Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, how are you gonna have a Philly-based movie and not fucking film it in Philly?
What? They didn't throw snowballs at Santa? What?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. 90% of that is not shot in Philadelphia.
They do the outside scenes in Philadelphia.
Yeah, they take like a week and say we got to get everything for the next 5 seasons.
Exactly. Yeah. We got
and they go to their bar,
Which I'm
Max
pretty sure.
Tavern on 3rd and Market.
Didn't we point out? I don't know who it was, but the league, the bar outside of their bar looked similar to the outside of Patty's Pub. Every time they would leave the bar from their show, they were on the same fucking street as the street that they come out of on Patty's Pub.
It probably is.
And the league's in Chicago, so
I like it.
But I'm just saying, most of those scenes were outside scenes, though,
that's
for Shazam. Like, it would have been such an... Yeah, Shaq. Shaq Fu.
I have that.
That's right.
It would have been such a great thing for me because it just ruined the immersion for me. I went, that's not Philly. That's not how we talk. That's not a Philly cab. What are you doing?
Sorry.
It's 215-666 cab.
Sorry that I got you off on a tangent. I didn't mean to do that.
That's right. God damn it.
And the last bit of news that I have is a personal Dace Man show story.
Oh
Whoa.
God.
We updated the bits,
Oh man.
and the sound is amazing. I don't know how that's going to echo, but I want you guys to hear it
Okay.
and see it because I was proud of this one. Oh, it's loading. Yep, it's still loading. The sound is amazing. And the sound is amazing. I don't know how that's going to echo, but I want you guys to hear it. Okay. We're waiting, anticipating. Everybody else has already heard it. Did it not play?
No sound.
No sound?
Oh, that was great.
What the balls?
Sold.
I got to fix this, man. It's driving me nuts.
Depressing.
Let's try it again.
All right.
Man, that delay.
So now we're running our tests at the end of the show.
the delay.
Did it's still not playing?
Depressing.
Nothing. Well, that's hurtful.
It's very hurtful. It's needed. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, well, I'm
We
glad
suck.
I'm looking at this now because if we went with a game-a-thon and no fucking game sound,
That's
or if I
right.
tried to stream something that was like story-based,
You always talk about Bethesda and Microsoft.
no, they pissed me off.
I mean, what did Bethesda announce recently?
When I didn't see anything
Oh,
that said-
yeah. I only saw half the screen. You only did half the screenshot.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Sorry.
what? Bethesda says da 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 about Microsoft. I'm like,
Yeah.
this answers no question.
So basically, they're saying that any new IPs that they're making are going to be
Solely Microsoft.
solely Microsoft.
There's no need to have it on PS.
Yeah, so I to me, it's like almost, that's basically saying once their contracts are up, fucking all that shit's just going to come over to Microsoft.
Well, my question is, do you think it's going to be one of those things where
I fixed it. I fixed it.
He fixed it.
That's all I care about.
So do you think do you think it's going to be the point where the updates and download for like the next Elder Scrolls is going to be like 300 gigs, 400 gigs, and it forces it to be on an external?
You keep fighting about Bethesda.
I think so.
That was bullshit.
I think most games are going to be going down that way, which scares me because, especially with the PlayStation, with the fact that it's only an internal hard drive, hopefully you can put an external on those.
Yeah.
Because I looked up the internal prices, and holy fucking Christ, they are expensive as fuck.
Well, you got to break open a PS5.
No, it's actually really easy. I've seen how it's just like a little what's called, and there's 3 slots, so you can put 3 different of them in there, but they're stupid expensive.
This is why everything is just roll out to PC. Just roll everything out to PC, make it everything PC exclusive, and you don't have to worry about it.
And then my question is it have to be the VMEs for a normal desktop, or is it going to be a VME for a laptop?
Desktop, no laptop.
I would almost think it's going to be a laptop because they're smaller.
But they overheat and break so much faster.
Bullshit.
I know, but and they're more expensive. So like that's the fucking problem here. It's like I have so many questions and they're not really telling you. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I fucking hit it again. My bad.
Woo!
Aggravating that it doesn't work because I spent a decent portion of this afternoon working on it.
Oh, McGibble's gift.
Yeah. So when you drop bits, it's supposed to go nuts, and it's a cool song.
No!
Is it Phoebe Kibbles and Bits?
I said it was better.
It's starting to get better, I guess. Well, unless you just heard it live that time.
That's right.
I don't want to ear rape them too.
Why not?
Well, that's gonna echo for sure. Did I hit save settings? Let's try it. Well, last time, and then we'll go ahead and do our plugs. So I want my bits to work. He doesn't watch the show with headphones.
Hey! I'm a nice person.
Anyway, it does work. It's just very quiet. I got to figure out a way to microphone it for when we do the Game-a-thon because we got weird feedback last year. We got to figure out a whole audio scheme for the Game-a-thon.
Yeah.
Make it more professional.
We need someone to actually work the sound mics.
Probably need
with a mixer headphone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will gladly do it for
with OBS, we should be better because there's a lot more scenes. We can build a lot more stuff. There's a lot more widgets. I should have listened to you years ago. I'm going to keep saying that every time I say that it's better. But let's go around the horn and see what everybody's doing. Gibby, you're back after 3 weeks.
I forgot all my plugs.
You have one that you don't even do.
Hi.
Nothing?
Please email me at dacemanshow@gmail.com. Eventually I'll start streaming again. Maybe. I don't know.
I gotta get him set up on Streamlabs.
Yeah, I got a mic, and then Amazon sent me another one. I don't know why.
Boom.
Fuck Amazon.
So I don't know what to do there.
Keep it and don't announce it. You got a free mic.
I'm just like, I don't know what to do
In
with
fact,
it.
email them and say, hey, I didn't get my mic. See if you get a third one.
Exactly. I need another one.
They can afford it.
Woo!
Cheever, what do you got going on?
Hey, so I'm currently reading a user manual for a new tabletop game called Dread. I'm excited.
Well, I seen it. Just wants to trade it for beer. It's an expensive ass mic I bought.
I think that's what he's going to trade you for the beer.
Yeah, I know. Which
Sorry,
I guess is actually half price now. Ashley said return.
I mean,
get
get more
refund.
money.
Yeah,
get more money. Money.
Yeah. I
Anyway,
lost my damn headset. That's what pissed me off. Because I got the other 2 orders in it, and it said, "Oh, your package over." Oh shit, that wasn't supposed to deliver for another 2 weeks because apparently it was on back order. I go out there, look, I was like, "Wait, this is really small." Open up, I'm like, and I had to run downstairs. So I'm like, "Did I fucking order 2 of these like an idiot?"
So what you got going on?
So
Sorry.
I am currently
Alright.
reading the user manual for Dread. It's pretty fun. I think it's gonna be fun if I get the right people for it, aka not Gibby.
What the hell's that mean?
He followed it up with AKA.
What the hell's that mean?
Can you create an actual character that is in death and 3D personality instead of just someone that's drinking all the
Naked
time?
and angry.
What do you mean? I make a bunch of good characters. Make a bunch of good characters.
They're all
That's his
that.
hood character.
That's all
That's
that.
right. I'm good. I'm
That's
good.
also his white politician character.
That's right.
Other than that, you can follow me and my sad story on life on Twitter at Cheever212.
212, baby, 212.
Cheever212 at gmail.com. My other email is paulbob5000 at aim.com. Apparently that still works.
What?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You can follow Frank at Freddy.
Amy, man.
I've been using it since, what, 2005?
Fucking 94 or what?
Yeah, 2005.
It still makes the dial-up connection noise just for nostalgia's sake.
Yeah.
Follow me on Twitter at the Dace Man. Follow us all on Twitter at the Dace Man Show. TheDaceManShow.com has everything if you were to freeze us in time before the pandemic, because I haven't updated it since the pandemic started. Go to YouTube.com/Dace Man Show, where all the streams actually simultaneously just come over to YouTube now. It's so easy.
Woohoo!
Thank you to Streamlabs, and which I should have listened to Cheever years ago.
Damn!
But we're also playing Among Us a lot more. So the cool thing about Among Us is I just hit a button and fucking go live. So
I like it.
we'll probably be live tomorrow, either with that or
What's the name stream on?
Jared is on Thursdays now.
Thursdays. Oh, my
Yeah,
bad,
so
my
Jared
bad.
Games will stream on Thursdays because he plays soccer.
That's right.
I don't know why we don't play soccer.
Wait, he plays soccer?
Okay, you can save those comments for off air.
Holy Christmas tree, yeah.
Anyway, we stream. We've been streaming a lot lately. It's been a lot of Among Us.
I was gonna say it's almost
Which
always
is a lot
yeah.
of fun.
Oh well, no, I watched him play Jay and Silent Bob for
Fuck that
15
game.
minutes if that.
Fuck that game.
And I was like, and I knew it immediately. I was like, well, he ain't gonna play this long, so I'm gonna go into Hearthstone and play a game. Fucker couldn't even wait for like you were done so quickly.
It's a side scroller, so I assumed I could play through the whole thing in like 2 hours. There's no difficulty
No.
level. It's ridiculous controls. It's clearly meant for our console because when you go into the controls to set it, it immediately says, "How do you want to map your PS4 controller?" It's like, what?
Yeah, I'm almost positive you can map a PS4 controller now on a computer, right? I'm pretty sure there's software that you can download. Yeah.
Maybe I'll revisit it because it
Yeah.
is Jay and Silent Bob, but I doubt it.
And
Now
I
that
think
have-
it has to be plugged in, so you have to use the US. It has to be
Has
one
to-
that USB, like it literally needs to be plugged into the.
continuously.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that I've got Streamlabs, part of the reason I haven't streamed anything on the PS4 or Nintendo Switch is because I didn't have this down here.
Actually, I wonder if a Switch controller would work, since they
The Pro?
they buddied up with Microsoft. It
Should.
probably would work a lot easier than the
I
PlayStation. The
doubt the
PlayStation
Joy-Con.
one, I know, is a fucking. I've heard people. It's apparently a nightmare because you have to download
Sony's
external software
Yeah.
and stuff in order to get it to work correctly. Because it's
Microsoft
not
just plug and play.
Microsoft. Yeah, that fucker down there could work with it because fucking it's Microsoft. You're like, yeah, you
Yeah.
can use our
I
controller.
have a controller that has like a 10-foot
Yeah.
cable for some reason. I just plug it in.
Yeah, you're
and that
fine,
went
yeah.
Good.
Well,
I
anyway,
wonder if that's the same with the Switch controller though.
It could be.
the
it
Pro
could be.
probably. The Joy-Cons, no. There's no way to hook
Oh yeah,
up
not the Joy-Cons. I'm talking, but isn't the Pro?
Pro is essentially an Xbox controller.
Doesn't that? Oh,
Yeah.
doesn't the Pro plug into the?
It's USB. It's a C port, but yeah.
Oh, I'm like 3 systems behind. I'm sorry.
Oh, I've
You're
got
right.
the Wii Pro controllers too.
Because doesn't that used to plug into the wand thingy?
Oh, you're talking about the nunchuck?
No, this wasn't that the regular. I'm way back into. Yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna shut up now.
But now that I've got Streamlabs on this desktop, there's a good chance I come down here and start streaming more PlayStation and Switch games. Among Us is just an easy one to click and go.
Woohoo, yeah, and it's an easy game, and we can have a bunch of people because
Yeah.
we're in it. It's usually between 6 to 8 of us.
And it's, I don't want to toot our own horn, but it's fairly entertaining. Either the vocal chat or the chat we put in there with the fucking randos. We were all police officers the other night. We were running around and, running the course that way.
Sussing until there was a bunch of lying, cheating cops out there.
You and Fred. I didn't get it till the end. The K9 unit took the longest to get fucking corrupted.
And then
but
he got
yeah.
like 3 times in a row or something.
Yeah.
And then we all stopped.
But anyway, yeah, check us out. We're streaming more often. Facebook.com/DaceMan Show for all your updates. There is an event page for the Gameathon. More information will be coming shortly about that. We're going to actually try to do it, nice and official. Like, these last 7 events have been kind of like, oh, fly by the seat of our pants. We're really testing the waters here with 8 to see if we can do bigger and better things with it. Or if it'll fall on our face and we go back to flying off the seat of our pants with 9. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's all I got for the evening. I'm going to hit that little outro button for the music. For the few,
For my chickens.
for the proud.
And that whale.
That was
Oh, I forgot to tell about that story.
Wow.
I did it last week.
Oh my god, yes. He upstaged you. And for the Daystacular, thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
I mean, I do like pants flying off too.